Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this one is about Lonely Undead. Bite some people, make new friends. Lonely Undead is a zombie-themed game from Shelby. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Matussak. Lonely Undead is a zombie-themed game from Shelby Matussak. I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Dead Lemon Games. And that lemon does look dead. Okay, looks like a dead lemon. Lonely Undead is playable from 1 to 4 players, where the theme is you are a zombie and you are making your way around different environments and trying to bite people to turn them into zombies so they can be your friends. You're killing them to be your friends because zombies are the living dead, which is sort of an oxymoron, but the word dead is still there, so it's kind of hard to ignore. Dead. Anyway, so there's several modes of play. There is, a solo mode is where you're trying to make a certain number of friends. There's a cooperative mode where you're collectively trying to bite enough people to make them zombies as well. And there's competitive mode where you're trying to bite the most people as quickly as possible to make more friends before the other zombies do. Apparently zombies have a lot of jealousy and competitiveness. Who knew, right? You know, it's a whole thing. I'm going to move this box from view and then set up for a solo game. So let's go. A lot of different stuff going on here. I'll do my best to convey what everything is. So this is the actual map. You have a hotel, a home, a shop, and this is double-sided. So the other side is blank, and you can actually arrange it how you want. I'm going to use the side that's already pre-printed as I'm learning how to play solo. So you need a lot of standees in this game. So let me get these out and take out the. Oh yeah, there are cars in it too. I forgot about that. Yeah, this game is a little bit of everything. And you know, I have the manual out. I mean, it's like that. It's real. It's real. So sounds just like that. So got a bunch of standees here. So yeah. All right, so I first have to pick which zombie is going to be entering into the environment first. Okay, so all the zombies have different stats and things like that, which makes sense. So we have Brittany here, who has 2 for, I guess, stealth. Like the ear thing means like how much sound you would make, I guess. A 1 for fighting. She can move 2 spaces, and in order to have a bite be successful, you throw between a 3 and a 5. And her ability is, let me move this up a little bit more. Create some space. Ooh, not a whole lot of space actually. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we got Brittany. I'm basically looking at stats. I don't really care. It's a numbers game, pretty much. So Bertha's 1, 3, and 1. Yeah. Ben seems like sort of average. So 2 across the board. That probably seems safe. So I'm gonna pick Ben. So the rest of these zombies have been rejected from living normally and been rejected from this playthrough. I'm sorry. It's like that. These limbs here are sort of your health, because as dogs and things come out and try to get you, if they get to you, they will remove a limb, and if you lose all your limbs, you die. Also, down here you have the death toll. So if 10 people just die, and not die, become zombies, just die, you also lose that way. I'm wondering if I should adjust this a little bit. If I move this here, I wonder if that'll work better. And then I can fit more of my cards and things around here. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to work out better or not. It's just riveting to watch, I'm sure. We have all the dice. Okay. So in terms of the piles, we have a pile. This is the living pile. So these are just generic characters of people that you're going to want to bite and turn into zombies. And just to show you, well, this is the officer pile. That's actually right here. This is the officer pile. Yeah, these are all, well, they're not all necessarily officers, but they have roles to play, I guess. So the forensics guy has an additional stat for being aware of you, being aware if you're trying to be stealthy, for awareness, and fighting if he's on the road. He or she is on the road. So this is the road. So they get a little boost for that. And then the red section here, it says, if you fail at the roll, this die pertains to biting. You see the teeth. And then this die is for sneaking up on someone and attacking them. You can only bite someone if you have a chance to get close to them, weaken them by attacking them, and then you bite. So each card also shows you sort of what happens if you are unsuccessful. So if you get detected, you have to discard a card. If you lose a fight, you discard. If you lose the attack, you discard 2 cards. If you win, that's at the very bottom. It says draw an aid. It says A, that's for aid, and then draw a reaction. Reactions can be bad. Oof. And then the death toll that you don't want to go to 10, because that means you've tried to turn a bunch of people. None of it happened. They all just died, which is not good, because they're not the living dead. They're just dead at that point. And that's not what you want, because you want other zombies to relate with, and everybody needs somebody. That kind of thing. What else do we have here? And this game also has kids. So you have a stack full of, I guess kids exist, so you can also attack kids, which that could be interpreted in different ways. But I guess directly, if you're in a world with zombies who are driven to bite other people or to turn them into zombies or want flesh, that kids would also be susceptible. The thing about kids is they're easier to defeat, but they don't really offer the aid and rewards that the other living would. So this one is just a dad. So if he hears you, if you fail, you have no action this turn. If you lose the fight, blindly discard a card from your hand. If you win, it says, if at home and there's a kid living in there, auto infect them now. Well, yep. That's a thing. And you're gonna have just generic living out here, or officers, or living kids, and you're not really gonna know. And if you've attacked them and they're injured, you flip this over, showing that they're actually injured. And once you actually pull a card for them, you would draw from here, and then you figure out what they are. So I feel like that pertains more so to more of the multiplayer games, but I could be wrong. And these are just bite tokens. So if you take a standee on this this one is labeled old dude. Let's say the old dude is here. If he's been bitten, but not necessarily turned into a zombie, you would want to put one of these bite markers on him to show that he's already been bitten. And in the multiplayer game, you cannot bite the same person twice. You can bite someone once, which if you're playing in a competitive game, you kind of have just softened them up for somebody else, because once somebody's been bitten but not quite infected, any other player doesn't have to worry about stealth and doesn't have to worry about attacking them. They can just go bite them and then turn them. So you kind of make it easier for your opponents. If you're playing co-op, you could have softened them up for the person you're playing cooperatively with. So zombie cooperation, that's how that goes. What else we have here? I showed you these are all just different dogs, and some of the reaction cards, and I think some of the death toll cards, well, not the reaction cards, dogs are going to come out and be, and you might have to roll, and there's a grid here. You see this 1 through 12 and then 1 through 12, and it's going to indicate where you're going to place the dogs, and dogs are going to make a beeline for a zombie, so got to be careful. That's kind of overview of the of the components. And of course you have your player board. So aid you equip goes up here. Active living goes here. Active living, I believe, what is that? I believe active living means you would place them there. I guess once you've identified them, I think you would put them there, and then active reactions would go over here of things that are going to affect you pretty much negatively. Yeah. Another thing about Ben is kind of even on most things, but Ben can also hold 7 cards. I think everybody else can hold 5. Okay, so I did get a chance to play with the designer a game. Let me shuffle this up actually. But I have not played a solo completely before, so I'm kind of learning. So just be patient with me, and I will do my best. So I need my little standee. Okay, wherever his feet are where he's standing, because there's no point me using the plastic piece because it's not going to be vertical. So wherever his feet are is where he's standing. You start off dead center. Get it? So start off there. Dead center. And so there's phases. So player turns in order. Each zombie will perform the following. It just says Z, but Z is for zombie. So you have 4 actions, and then resolution of all effects, discard, hand limit to 5. So you start off with 5, I guess. So your actions are, and you can do 4 of them, and you can repeat them, I believe. So move adjacently, the allotted amount includes diagonal. So you can move orthogonally and diagonally. Nice. Draw an aid card. Equip a card from your hand. Perform a sound check. That means you're gonna compare what your stealth score is -2 to somebody that would be identified once you get closer to them. So active living would be the person I'm actively engaging with will go over here, I think. Attack a living, engage a living is also part of the sound check. Attack a living, bite a living. So a sound check on a living does not have to be passed before it can be attacked, but they must be injured before you can bite them. Interesting. You may not bite the same living twice. Cards labeled as free do not cost any action to play. Okay, so in the solo game, a couple of tweaks are, one is you can bite the same living person twice. I guess because it's solo, and you only have, I'm going to place out the living according to what's actually on the map. Like this says, place Places with three. You place 3 living here and an officer. Home is 1 living with a kid living, and then there's some other ones over here. But you only have 7 in your reserve. So if you end up going through, if you end up killing people and your death toll starts to fill out, you lose if you have to spawn another living and you don't have any more of your 7 in reserve. You also lose if you hit 10 on the death toll spot right there, and you can also lose if you lose all your limbs. So, and there's dogs as well. I guess you can have as many dogs come out in the single player game. I think it's capped in the multiplayer, and that's kind of it. The way I win is if I bite. If I make 7 new friends, I win the game. So I start out with 7 cards. Okay, so this token is the mayor. So the mayor is interesting because I believe attacking the mayor is sort of a double-edged sword, because if your supply is running low, I know this is in the co-op and competitive, I think. Maybe it was the co-op. If your supply of extra living tokens is low, the mayor will automatically trigger some once you breach the mayor's mansion, I think. All right, so I'm gonna place these in accordance to what's here. So I'm gonna have 1 injured person in the back alley here. Let's see. Place 3 living here. These are tables. So living. Let me do it like that. With 1 officer. Living. Kind of living kid there. All right. So living kid there and an adult. Heating up a hot pocket. It doesn't say that. I just wanted to say that. So kid and adult. Oh, but the mayor is well guarded, so yeah. I think that's it. I believe so. I think you start off with 5 cards, 5 of the action cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I was completely wrong. You start off with 2 cards. I don't know why I said 3. It's just that Ben can have up to 7. So the 2 cards I have Dirty Mouth, which is increases my bite number. So that's interesting. Must choose number before biting. Okay. So it's just +1, discard with use. And then I have Shh, which is a skill event. So +1 to the stealth and +1 to, I guess, my stealth number to any single, what do you call it? Sound check. I keep saying stealth. It's sound check. There's an ear there. Sound check. Must apply before sound check, discard after use. So these are the 2 cards that I have to do something with. So I'm right here, and I have 4 actions, so I can move orthogonally or move diagonally. So let's see what I'm going to do here. So if I go 1, 1, 2. So I go 1, 2, does it count that I think because the door is open, I think you're able to, it's still connected because you can't move diagonally. So I'm going to attack. Well, that's my one action. I moved. So that's an action I did. Equip a card from your hand. It's another action. I want to do that. What do I want to do here? Well, this is a generic living, so I'm gonna perform a sound check. Okay, this is a pastor, and he gets +2 for a sound check, +2 for attack if he's at the church. He is not at the church. He is currently at the mall. It's pastor right here. If I fail, then the pastor gets moved to an empty space in the church. And if I lose the sound check, if I lose the attack, resupply one of your infected, which means it will pull it from here, which leaves me with less, and that'll be bad for the first round, right? I do have a dice tray. I'm just going to use this little thing right there. All right, so I'm gonna do a sound check. So we're even here. So 2 and 2. I have a 2. He has a 2. Now, before I did that, I could use this card to increase it, but I feel like as long as I don't get this symbol, which means you fail instantly, or a -1 or a -2. All right, let me go ahead and I think I'm supposed to use this before the sound check, but I'm learning here. So my first action was to move. Second action is going to be retroactively to equip a card from my hand. That's my second action. Third action is going to be third action is going to be me attacking. So let's see what happens here. I'm adding 1, so now my sound check is 3. So that increases my odds. There's a -1, a -1, a -2, and then the flat out failure there. Let's see what happens here. And of course I got -2. Great. Okay, so I failed that. All right, so what does that mean? That stays there, active living. So I failed the sound check. So then he gets moved to an empty space in the church. So he's way up there now. I think that was it for my turn. That really sucked. That was terrible. Oh man. And I wasted this. Like I did, yeah. I mean, this just left me with 1. So that's out of the game. I still have this left though. And I think, yeah, he gets moved. And I think I have 1 more action, so I'm just going to draw another aid card, and that will be my turn. Oh, chloroform. This gives me an additional point for an attack. Interesting. Okay, so nothing happened to him. He's completely good. Had I guess, well, now I can identify him. So he's the pastor. So I'm not sure how this, I guess it just goes like that. He's not injured, so sorry you can't really see it, but that's the pastor, I promise you. And I think I'm supposed to do a reaction now because yeah, I think I have to do, I think in solo mode you do 2 reactions. Oh gosh. Okay, so the first one, Stu. So I gotta find Stu the dog. Okay. We got Lucky, we got Belle, we got Luna, Pack, Sal, Rudd, thorn. All right, there's Stu. Okay. So I need to roll this die, and if I get a 0 or the fail, I roll the d12 and move Stu to that space. Any other numbers, I have to move. Oh wow! So if I roll any other numbers, I have to move within 2 spaces of the. Oh gosh! Ooh, it's rough. All right. Okay, I rolled a 0. Good. So now. Okay, so I rolled a 2 and an 8. And what that means is 2, 8. So Stu is going to be hanging out in the hardware store. Yeah. Okay, that was just 1. Now, if Stu gets to me, he attacks me, I lose a limb, and then I have to go to the dead center. All right, meter maid, reveal event, spawn 1 officer on an empty space adjacent to the road. Okay, there you go. And those are reaction cards. Okay, so an important thing to note about the dogs are the dogs can be used pretty strategically, meaning that because a dog is going to be moving around until it does something. If it attacks me, it goes away. But you can use the dog. The dog will attack anything in its path. So technically, if the dog was close to a living, it would also attack the living, which I don't want that to happen because that will reflect poorly on the death toll, which that's not the goal at all. So I think that was a full turn there. I'm going to continue. I did the player phase, dog applicable reactions. Yep, I did that. So I did the zombie phase, the town phase was the reactions, but you draw 2. Oof. Man, it's rough. So going forward, I would have to do the dog first and then 2 reactions each time. That's going to be rough. But anyway, I'm going to take my first action. I'm going to move 1. So I'm just going to move here. And I am going to, I guess, do a sound check on this individual here. Okay, I thought I could have sworn that I shuffled that, but maybe I didn't. Active reactions should go here. Let me pull this down a little bit too. All right, so active reaction should go there. All right, so we have a dad. Okay, his fists aren't up like he wants to fight. It looks more like a, or I could be wrong though. No, his fists are up like he wants to fight. Yeah, that will make sense. All right, so he only has 1, and then he has 2 for attack. They're both boosted if he's home. He's not home. He's right here in the mall. So let me find the dad. Oh, I just had him. No, that was a different dad. Well, this says a dad. I thought I saw the dad that like the same picture. There we go. So I'll grab a standee here. And so there we have a living dad. All right, now we have to roll. So my first action was to move. First was to move. Second action is I'm going to perform a sound check. So I'm not going to use any of these because this affects the bite number and the attack, which is neither one of the things that I'm doing. We're doing a sound check. All right. Oh, wow. It's a 0. It fell on the floor. But I assure you, it's a 0, which means 2 versus 1. So the sound check worked. He does not know that I'm creeping up behind him. So now I have to roll for an attack. So we're also even with the attack. He has 2, I have 2. May discard after you successful. Let me see this one. Chloroform. +1 for attack. May discard after you successfully attack to move that injured living to an empty space. May discard after you successfully attack to move that. Why would I move them? I don't know. I'm going to use this, which gives me 3 for attack versus his 2. Come on. This is my 3rd action. I moved, sound check. Now I'm attacking. I'm working my way up to a bite. I'm trying. Come on. Like, okay. You know what? Mulligan. I'm sorry. I can't keep to -1. Come on. Okay. So I have 3. Ties are friendly. 2 and 2. Okay. So this person gets attacked. I mean, they're injured. So we'll flip that over now. They are very much injured. And I hope I'm doing that right. I'm not supposed to do this anymore. I don't know. I don't think that really makes sense. Okay, they are injured. And now I'm going in for the bite. Let's see what happens here. So I need to roll between a 2 and a 4 to successfully bite. Hey, here we go. That's a 4. So the dad is now, I'm not sure where to put this exactly, but the dad is now a zombie. So, yay. And where does this go? I guess it just goes off. So, okay. So what I get for that is if at home and if at home and there's a living kid, you auto infect them. That doesn't mean anything to me now because they're already, okay. So, all right. So reaction cards. So I got to go back to this godforsaken dog who wants to kill everybody. All right. Got to roll this thing. Let's see what happens. Okay. I rolled the fail, but that's good. I hope. That means I roll the D12s and then move to that space. So we have 2 and 11. Now see, I was going to try to attack the already injured person in the alley here, but I guess I won't because now there's a dog closer. Boo. So now I have to do 2 reactions. This would have been the first one. A sunny day. Relevant. Spawn a living on any empty outside space. Okay. Oh, may not spawn in road. Okay. Discard. And oof, this one. Oh, the card comes out. Okay. Okay, I need to roll the die. And if I roll a 0 or a fail, I just re-roll. If hit, all zombies closest to empty non-road space get injured. All living get injured. So if I roll a 1, the card goes from east to west. If I roll a 2, it goes from south to north. Roll a -1, west to east. And if I roll a -2, north to south. So let's see. -2. So -2 means it goes north to south. So the card's gonna go, just gonna go right down. Yeah. So I went north to south. Nobody got hit because I'm not really in the road. My feet are here. So and discard. All right, but we did have some success. We made a zombie friend. Yay. That did happen. All right, we continue on. May discard successfully attack to move. Yeah, I didn't understand the moving after part of this, but it's gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. This person's still active. The dog is still very much active. I did the dog. I did the reactions. Now it's back to my turn. Okay, so if I take one action to move. Now, police officers often have officers often have higher stats. I might want to go in another direction. So I'm just going to move here and attack this person. How is this happening? It's a dad again. Like, what? Wow, there's so many generic dads. A dad. Okay, so we have a dad here. Okay. Did I even move? Yeah, I moved one space, so I took an action. So my second action is going to be, because it takes 3 actions to go through the sound check, attacking, and biting. So you kind of have to figure out what you really want to do. So I'm going to perform a sound check. I have an advantage of 2. They have 1. Come on. 0. All right. Sound check is successful. I'm sneaking up on them. So now I'm rolling to attack. They have 2. I have 2. So we have all the same there. Let's see. All right, I failed the attack, so blindly discard a card from your hand. So all I had was this. This person goes away. They're dead. They're very much living. They're not injured. They're not bitten. Nothing. So they are still very much active. Do they move away, or I guess not? It says blindly discard. Yeah, they're just gonna stay there. That's weird. Okay, so I have to roll for the dog again. Hey, 0 again. So I'm gonna roll these. So we got a 5 and a 5. So Stu is gonna go in here, and then now will this dog attack this officer? I don't know. I think so. I think that officer is now injured. Which means if they're injured, I can just run up and attack them. But the dog is also very close, so yeah, okay, maybe not. And 2 reactions. Okay, lose all zombies lose 1 card they have equipped. I don't have anything equipped. And spawn 2 living kids in any empty spaces, at least 3 accessible spaces from you. Now, this is my generic pile here, so I'm not sure what that means. So I'm going to take it literally, which is probably the wrong thing to do, but I'm comfortable with that because this helps me, you know, in a way. So I'm spawning 2 living kids in any empty spaces, at least 3 accessible spaces from me. 1. Oh, it's at least 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. All right. My turn again. Now, I could go for that person, but I'm not. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And I draw from the kid pile, which that just doesn't sound good. But here we are. Okay. The kid is 1 and 1. The kid is 1 and 1. They don't really do a whole lot here. They're not home. They would have an extra boost in terms of their ability if they were home, but they ain't home. They about to get eaten. All right. It's thematic. Don't judge me. So we're going to roll. I have no cards like at all. A 2. So it goes at 4. The kid doesn't see me. Now we go in for the attack. -1. They have a 1. 1 and 1. Ties are friendly. The kid is attacked. The kid is now unfortunately injured. That's such a morbid thing to say. Now, so I moved. Sound check. Attacked. Now my 4th thing is going for the bite. I need to roll between a 2 and a 4 to bite this kid successfully. Oh, also I need to. What does it just say? Oh, I'm sorry. A tired kid, not just a kid. A tired kid. What was a stinky kid? Okay, so we have a tired kid. You know, the specificity of kids. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like they're supposed to stay on the board or something, but I don't know. I'm learning as I go here. I don't think they stay on the board once they're attacked successfully, but I could very well be wrong. Yeah, the bite markers are just to show that somebody's bitten, but not quite. I guess if I rolled a 1, they'd be bitten, but because I didn't roll between a 2 and a 4, they're not infected. All right, let's go. Between a 2 and a 4. Of course, I rolled a 1. So the kid has been bitten, just not quite infected. So I put this little marker in there to show that the kid has been bitten. Didn't say anything about failing for the bite. So, all right, that's that. Candace going for the bite next time, which is good, I guess. Let's do the dog thing. Oh, finally something different. So -2 means I move 2 spaces closer to 1, 2 to where the zombie is. Yes. And we're going to draw 2 more reactions. So this one will come out first. Roll the D12 and spawn a living to an empty space. So I think that's where I'm going to have to start using these up, which I really don't want to do, because once I have to go into the supply and there aren't any, I lose. Okay. So we have a 4 and a 6. So 4 and a 6. So living will go there. And this says blackout. Roll the D12 and move your zombie to an empty space. After I didn't bitten this child. What's going on here? So we got 8 and a 3. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Something right here. Oh, did I injure the dad? Maybe I guess I didn't. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it from I don't have to move anywhere because I'm kind of on the same space as the person there. So, although I probably should, maybe I should move. So if I go 1, 2, I'm still, you know what? I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah, let's put that back. I'm actually going to go back here. And now I'm one diagonal space away from the kid, which means all I've really got to do, so I moved as one action. All I got to do is roll to bite because they're already injured and bitten. So if I roll again and I bite them, but they're not dead, then I have to take one of the dogs and then the death toll begins. So let's see what happens here. We want between a 2 and a 4. We got a 4. All right. The kid is gone. Well, the kid is now a zombie kid. I'm not sure if this is your dad, but I don't know. There you go. The kid is now a zombie kid. A dad and a tired kid. There we go. So the goal is for me to get to 7. That's my actual goal here, is to get to 7. I can just put these back in here. I don't need these out. Kind of doubt I need these too, so I'll just put those there. All right, that worked out pretty well. So I moved and what did I do? I moved and I bit because the kid was already bitten. So he was already injured and everything else. I think I did that right. So I have 2 more actions. I'm just going to take 2 cards as my action. Aid cards. So I got blackout curtains, discard when any event occurs to cancel its effect. I like that. And then lick wound. May play for free after any dog attack. The attack zombie must draw 2 aids in the aid pile. Okay. And seeing as how the dog is right there, that could be very applicable. So if I roll anything other than the 0 and the fail, I'm actually 2 spaces away from that dog, just like I was here. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe, well, I should have actually gone up here. That would have taken an action, though. That could be, because if I roll anything but the 0 or fail, it's going to move 2 spaces and take one of my limbs. Then I could play this card, though, but yeah. I can play for free after a dog attack, which gives me 2 more aid cards, which could help. Let's see. Ooh, yep. So 1, 2. So I get bitten. I go back to dead center. I think you discard? I think you discard them after they bite. I hope so, because dang, like, let's go with that. Yeah, we're gonna discard that one. Yeah, the dog has been satiated. It has enough. Yeah, I lose a limb, so that's out of the game. I just put that over here, so now I only have 3 limbs. All right, but I can play the wound lick for free right now. Doesn't cost me an action to just get 2 more coins. I got the dog whistle. May discard for free immediately after activating a dog activation to cancel. Roll 2 d12s and move the dog to that space. Cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then we have Ding Dong. May use on outside a doorway to move 1 living inside that building to an empty space adjacent to you. Ding Dong, you're dead. Okay. I keep hitting this thing by accident. Yeah, so 2 reactions now. All right, the first one. Bell. Spawn 1 kid living on an empty space in the school and 1 officer on an empty space outside one of its doorways. Oh boy. Okay, so we got a kid right there, and we have an officer outside one of its doorways. Guess I could put the officer right there. I don't know. All right, I got that one. And all dogs in play activate. Oh, they would do. So if the dog was still there, it would move. Wait a minute. It doesn't say discard though, but I can't imagine the dogs just stay there forever and play activate. Oh, meaning you'd have to do everything. Yes, it's during the activation. Okay, so there are no more dogs out, so dodged a bullet on that one. All right. We have an injured police officer here. So I'm going to go 1 to there. I'm going to move. And this is the officer pile here. This is a traffic cop. They're injured, so I'm going to skip all of that and just go right for the bite. They're not in the road, which is good. Oh, it doesn't matter. So I need between a 2 and a 4. So my first action was to move. Second action is to go in for a bite. Bite, 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 bite. A 3. Yes. And the traffic cop is done. Okay. 3 friends. I hope I did that right. I have no idea. So I took 2 actions. I'm going to draw two more cards. So let's see. I got Mime. It's a skill. When in the building with at least 2 zombies, my sound check goes up by 1. Okay. May discard before your sound check to cancel and take a free action. What? Oh, so I have to cancel the sound check to get an additional action. I don't. So the sound check doesn't count. Who's in the what now? All right, I got a hat. Ooh, hat. So I get an additional point for sound check, +2 if the living is also wearing a hat. Ah, interesting. All right, that's my turn. So there's no dogs out here, thank God. All right, am I in the road? Of course I am. Great. So we have a car here. So if hit, all zombies discard a card, all living get injured. Of course, there's nobody in the road. Man, oh, wait a minute. What if we go from west to east? Ooh, injure that person. Not me. Let's see. -1. -1 is west to east. Yay. Such a bloodlust thing to say, I know. All right, so west to east. This person is now injured. No motivation. You may not use any skills. Flip over if you have any equipped. I don't. So active reactions go here. So that means for this next turn, I cannot use any of these skills. So, ooh. All right, what am I going to do here? This person is injured already, so I don't really care about, I don't have to worry about sneak on up. They got hit by a car. So, yeah, this car is plastic and small, but they still got hit by it. So I'm going to move 1. I'll move 2. Yeah, because I can move 2 spaces in one thing. So one action is moving 2 spaces. First action done. I'm going to go right in for the bite because they're already injured. Oh, I should figure out what they are, too. Oh, great. A soldier. Ooh. Oh, but they're injured, so they're not fighting. So I go. It doesn't matter. I go right for the bite, I think. So this is a soldier. I don't really need this if they make it, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going right for the bite. Between a 2 and a 4. I keep hitting the microphone. Ugh, stop doing that. All right, so between a 2 and a 4. I rolled a 6. Come on. All right. Okay, so we have a soldier. That's been bitten, but not quite infected. Okay. I have 2 more actions, so I'm going to take another card that I can't use. This is some sunnies. You auto win. Oh, wait a minute. You auto win sound checks on living that are outside. Must discard if you enter a building. As long as I'm outside, I win sound checks. That is pretty cool. But I can't. Oh, it's not a skill. It's a threads item. So, yeah, that's just an active equipped skill. So if I get people outside, if you're outside, you're kind of, I got you, sort of. Well, the sound check is good. I don't have to roll over a sound check. That's awesome. Only problem is, it doesn't apply to anybody here. No one's outside. Wait a minute. Oh, the officer's outside, but he's way over there. He or she is way over there. Anyway, I have 1 more action. I'm going to roll. Because of the solo mode, I can roll for a bite again. So come on, 2 for 4. Between a 2 and a 4. And I got a 4. And the soldier is no longer a part of the regular living. They're part of the living dead. Yay me. All right. I'm really not sure I'm supposed to be keeping these on the board or not. I have to just plead ignorance on that one. I just don't know. So my turn is over. So this just goes away. I'm going to draw. Oh, you know what? This person is outside, but I already know who they are, so I don't have to really do well, do I have to do a sound check? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't anyway. Oh crap, a dog. All right, playing teams. Spawn a living on an empty space adjacent to you and one on an empty space adjacent to another zombie. I should have kept them on the board. Mistakes were made. Boy, I should have kept them on the board, but I did not. I don't even know what to really. It says if solo, spawn another living next to any other living not adjacent to you. Okay. So spawn a living next to another living not adjacent to you. Oops. This person's right outside. We're going to do that. Okay, I got to get Sal. Where is Sal? Is this Sal? All right, this is Sal. Put Sal in the dog park. I didn't do that earlier. I was supposed to. So I got to roll this. And it works the same kind of way. So we want a 0 or the fail icon. I got a 1. Okay, so that's going to stay there. All right, so Sal's going to move 2 spaces towards me, which would mean 1, 2. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's that. My turn again. I'm going to, if I go 1, if I make 1 move, then I'm right here. And if I go for this person here, a teacher, she gets +2 for sound check, which is irrelevant now because of the sunglasses here, and +2 if she's in the school. She's not in the school, so that does her no good. I probably should have kept them out. Where's this teacher? There we go. Here's the teacher. All right, we got the teacher. All right, so the teacher is not injured yet. That hasn't occurred. But the teacher, I don't have to do any sound check because we're all outside. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Once I go inside the building, I have to discard it. So I may as well get both of these people while I'm here, which will give me 6. Almost there. And no death toll yet, which is a surprise. I'm really surprised by that. But only 3 limbs. All right, enough talk. So we're going to go for the attack. I don't have anything here that will help with an attack. So, yeah. I should have played this. May discard for free immediately after dog activation to cancel. I should have done that, but I didn't. Dang. Oh, well. All right, I'm going in for the attack. I have 2. She has 1. Come on, don't embarrass me. -1. Ties are friendly. Teacher is now injured. Okay, so we need between a 2 and a 4 to bite and become friends. And of course, I rolled a 6. Okay. All right, now there's a bit of a push your luck element to the game because well, this person is not, they've been identified, but they're not injured yet. Because if I go for the bite with my last, because I moved, I attacked, I went for a bite, but I didn't infect. I have 1 more action. So if I roll again and don't get between a 2 and a 4, then the teacher dies, and then that starts my death toll. But we're going to push our luck. Between a 2 and a 4. Got a 4. The teacher is gone. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to keep her out. What does the book say? I should have really checked on that. Bite. What does it say? Bite. It's the bite chapter. Show yourself, bite chapter. What have you done? I like that in a solo you can bite somebody you've already bitten. I don't know. All right. But, yeah. So oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, she's done. I rolled a 4. All right, so she's done. She is now a zombie. All right, we are at. Okay, so that's my turn. I gotta do the dog first. See where this dog's gonna go. -1, which means it's gonna move 2 closer to me. Does that mean it goes through a building or around? I don't know. 1, 2. It's gonna injure this officer, unfortunately. Okay. So now I'll do 2 reactions. Let's see. Hold. Ugh, Sleepy Town. May discard for free when any event occurs to cancel its effect. Oh. I like that. Doesn't take up a space either. Nice. Uh-oh, we're on the road. Whew. Let's see. If it's a zombie, lose the limb. Okay, so we gotta roll for the car. Let's see. 0 means reroll. 0 means reroll. 2. Uh-oh. South to north. Oh, that's not good. All right, I'm also on the roll, so the car goes south. Okay. I don't think this zombie loses anything, but I definitely do lose a limb. Oh, and I have to discard a card from my hand. I should have played this. Blackout curtains. Discard when any event occurs to cancel its effect. I should have done that. That was dumb. I'll just discard Ding Dong here. That's done. All right, so I lost a limb. Boo. Okay, at least I got that. May discard for free when any event the card occurs to get. Why didn't you know what? Screw that. I'm discard that to forget the whole card thing. Card's back here. I get my limb back. I'm changing the rules. I'm changing the game. Take back my Ding Dong. Yeah, that sounded funny, but whatever. It's my Ding Dong. Take that. Negated it, punks. All right, so I'm right next to the dad. I don't have to move anywhere. He's already identified. So, oh, I'm outside. I don't do sound checks anyway. So auto win that. So now we're going in for the attack because he's not injured yet. Oh, here he is. Looking around. There's the dad. He is 2. I have 2. Okay. +1. I have 3. So he is now injured. Okay, and I'm gonna go in for a bite. I need between a 2 and a 4. Roll a 6. Not what I wanted. Okay. This is my I didn't move anywhere. I attacked, bit. So this is my 3rd move. I'm going for another bite. 3. There we go. He is now a zombie as well. Oh, I forgot to take the thing. I haven't been doing this, have I? Draw aid if in a school. Oh, I should have drew an aid for the teacher. And this one is if in a home and there's a kid there, you auto-infect them for that one. I'm not in the home. And for the dad, it's the same thing. If I was in the home, I would auto-infect the kid once I got the dad. But that you get 2 for 1. So I don't get anything for that. Dang. All right. I'm up to 6. It's not bad. I'll do this dog thing. This dog is getting close. -2, which means I just moved 2 spaces. 1. Oh, I was here, so 1, 2. All right, I'm going to take a reaction. Not this car thing again. You know what? There's no advantage of me having the car go at all. So I'm going to discard the blackout curtain and then not even bother to use the car at all. Because there's nobody in the road to hit except me and one of my fellow zombies. And of course, I got another car. Great. Gotta roll now. A 1. Oh, 1 is east to west. So here we go. East to west. Nothing happens because none of us are in the road. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay. I need one more. This does mean I have to get close to that dog though, but whatever. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and diagonals count. So I'm adjacent to this kid. So this is a student. It's kind of a moot point whether or not she is a particularly good student. She might be a zombie, a former student zombie shortly. So there we are. All right, I'm no longer outside, so this goes away. That was nice too. I like that. That was all right by me. All right, she has a 1. I have a 2. Oh, instant failure. Boo. Okay, so my third action will be, you know what? My third action is going to be, I'm going to move. So I'm going to go 1, 2 over to this injured police officer. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, she's still active. And we have a medic here. We got a detective, we got a rookie, we got a captain. Where's the medic? I do not see the medic. Am I missing something? I don't see the medic. Sergeant, captain, rookie, forensics guy. So forensic. Oh, there we go. Here's a medic. All right. You get a little standy. You were already injured because of the dog. Maybe the dogs. I mean, the dog's supposed to injure living. I don't know. I'm assuming they injure the police, but I don't know because the police are also living. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure what the book says. So I'm just gonna go with that. And it's making me look good too. So you know, it's a part of the whole experience. So the medic. So the medic is 2. And medic has additional stats if they're in a clinic or at home. Clinic is over here. Home is over here. So 2 for 2. Do I have anything that can help me with an attack? Oh, I don't need to do that. I already know who they are. I don't need to do sound check because they're already identified. I think that's how that works. They're already injured. So I'm just going to go on for the bite. Oh, wait a minute. My third move. Wait a minute, I did 2 things here, right? What more actions do I have? Why do I not even know? All right, let's see. Ooh, wow. If you try to fight the medic and lose, you lose 2 limbs. That's half of what you got. So we need between a 2 and a 4. Of course, I rolled a 5. So I don't remember if I started my turn off there or not. That's really sad, but I just don't remember. A lot on my mind. I think that's it. I think I moved 1, did all that. So I guess, all right, these are all still active. So I gotta roll for this dog. Oh boy. And of course I am, it moves 2 spaces towards me. So I have some, 0 means, what does this say? Oh, I've been doing this wrong. It's a different type of dog. Excuse me. So 0 or the fail icon means move 1 space closer to home. So I was moving this dog based on the other dog's rules. Hey, I make mistakes. Lots of them. Freaky Friday. Swap your hand with a, oh, it's solo, discard and redraw all aid. Yeah, there's different rules for solo. So all my aid is now gone. I had 5. These are all gone now. So we see we have Old Dirty Shoes, Lucky Strike, Heavy Flow. Okay. Real Bad Whistle. And Animal Control. On your turn, you may move a single dog up to 3 spaces. 3 spaces. That's pretty cool. You could put the dog on top of living and injure them, which kind of works. All right. The dog thing is done there. Wait a minute. Oh, I did. Oh, wait a minute. I did that. What did I just do? Oh, I did that. Oh, I did the dog. I did it. I just doing one more. Okay. My brain. Memory loss. Lose 1 skill you have equipped or 1 item from your hand. Since this dog is heading home, I'm gonna, yeah, I'll just get rid of that one. But it's not the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm sure it's not. All right, and I'm still trying to bite this medic who is injured still. And okay, first action, I have 4. I'm going in for a bite. Now, if I'm unsuccessful, that will actually populate my death toll, which I've been saying is a risk, but somehow hasn't happened yet. Probably because of mistakes I've made. No judging. Let's see. 3. Haha. All right. And there we go. 7 different. I won. Yay. I had 3 limbs left. No death toll there. Wow. I'm pretty sure I did half of this wrong, but I enjoyed it, and that's the most important part. So that is a probably flawed playthrough, solo playthrough of the 1 to 4 player game, Lonely Undead. Let's say go on a limb, and give it a shot. The link will be in the description. Lonely Undead. Make friends. Bite some people. Make new friends. Kickstart a fun game. Well, back a fun Kickstarted game. You know what I mean. It's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Don't actually bite people. And yeah, be blessed.